Welcome back to my channel. I'm Diamond B. Frazier. I don't know if I'm like lackadaisical, like I just have like a lax personality right now, or if it's just late, so I'm super chill. But I just wanted to give you all a update. So if you watched the last video, you do know that I put in my 2 weeks at my job, and I got a story for y'all. I have so many stories, but I think I'm gonna give you one today, and maybe I could do a series about it. I don't know. You tell me. But I started my journey at 191 pounds, which is the biggest I have ever been. And now I come to you at 168 pounds. And I'm so grateful to God, man. I'm 18 pounds away from my goal weight of 150. I don't know what 150 is going to look like on me at this time, but I plan to tone up, push ups, all that type of stuff. I haven't really been doing that. I've been doing cardio. Like I said, I did get a job to help me move around and stay active. And again, I give thanks to God for all that. So I've been around so much food lately, and I'm not even tempted. Like, I have so much self control. I'm so focused. I feel like I didn't come this far to just come this far. I'm not going backwards. My mind is so in it, and I feel like my birthday's coming up, and I don't know if it's just a new level of maturity, a new mindset, but I'm really calm. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm level headed. I'm grateful, man. I'm truly grateful. So I did watch a sermon last Sunday. So I wanted to share with you a couple of quotes. I did write it down on here because at the time I didn't have a notebook. But one thing that I read was, don't put your faith in the tool rather than God who provided the tool. So a lot of people, we put our trust and our faith in our jobs, our 9 to 5s. Like, we feel like that's our security. Like, that is our provider. Like, that's our bread and butter. Like, we put so much into this job, and it's like, well, what happens when the job goes? So God provided that tool, which was a job for you to have income to support your family. If that job goes away, it's not the end all be all. God can provide you another tool. Maybe that job wasn't for you. I'm a very, very firm believer in everything happens for a reason. And you can't get so attached to a tool, because then you'll be shaken up and broken, like broken down bad when it's no longer there. But let me say this, that's like a worldly brokenness. You should have some sort of brokenness, because where you lack, God comes in and makes you stronger. So for me, on my weight loss journey, where I lacked was self-control, self-discipline. And it was just like, oh, it's easy for me to lose weight. I'll just wait till next month, and I'll wait till next month. This is not newfound that I've been trying to lose weight. I've been trying to do this for the past couple of years. I've not been in the 160s at all in the past 2 years. This is a milestone. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy. I'm so humbled. And I just really could say I pour into God every day. I promise you. But I feel like I've been doing a lot more lately, and God has really been showing up in my life. That's what I'm gonna say about that. Another thing that I wrote down is, brokenness is not destruction. God wants you to break you, but not destroy you. And so when we feel like we got it all together, we're very self-sufficient, we got this bomb relationship, and it's like, can't nobody touch me because I got this relationship, or your business is flourishing, like you putting all your faith in this business or this relationship or this person or these things, and you're not putting your faith in God, God's gonna break you. Because it's like, no, I need you to know that you still need me. Like, when you're too whole, it's like, well, what do I need God for? God is representation of hope, of faith. And when you feel like you have everything all together, all figured out, God, you're not making room for God to be in your life to help enhance you. You don't have to do everything by yourself. You don't have to be self-sufficient. You should be God sufficient. And God is right there to definitely be with you through all that stuff. I don't mean to get too heavy on y'all. I know I'm just so chill. Like, I feel like a calmness in my body as I'm speaking. I don't know if you noticed it, but I feel really, really calm. Another thing that a question of the day that I post on Instagram, as well as I wrote down, is, who is your provider, your employer, or your savior? And so a lot of people feel like, well, I mean, my job is providing money. Like, I mean, you can name God, but like, is God really giving the money? God gave you the tool, which was that job, to make income. If that job goes away, God, the true provider, your savior, can actually provide you another job. The jobs are just the tools to get what you need, the income, to do what you want or what you need to do, which is take care of your family, take care of yourself, or be able to, enjoy life and get things that you want. So always remember that. Don't put too much faith into the tool, too much faith into man. Like, put your faith in God. Like, God provides those things. And I used to be very much so a person of like, I don't need nobody. I could do this by myself. I'd rather do things on my own. I'm very self-sufficient. It's like, no, you need to be God sufficient. God places people in your life to help you out. We're not meant to be here on our own. Just like the devil brings people to destroy your purpose, God brings people in your life to help build, to help you live out your purpose, to help, be there for you when you need help. One thing that I thought I wrote on the front and back, and it's a lot, and I'm probably going to end up saying it in another video. Let me skim through here. Forgive me. Okay. I feel so bad. I'm gonna have to edit this out because I know y'all probably like, girl, what are you talking about? But I really be on it. One thing that the pastor was talking about was that reconciliation breakfast. And it really spoke to me, and I'm sure other people as well. But you know how you're in a relationship that you know you should not be in, and you keep having this reconciliation breakfast. So y'all meet at Silver Diner, IHOP, Denny's, or wherever. Just figuratively speaking, it could be at your house or whatever. And it's like y'all have this, oh my gosh, like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I said this about your mom. I'm sorry I cussed you out. I'm sorry I cheated on you. I'm sorry I did this thing. I was being toxic. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. Y'all have this heart to heart. Y'all make up and y'all, get back together and do it all over again. Then you have that second breakfast and y'all get back, do it all over again. You have the third breakfast, that same conversation. Dang, I'm sorry I said all these horrible things about you, blah, blah. I'm sorry I did that to you. I'm sorry I disrespected you. And you just constantly have it over and over again. And you try so hard to just make this thing fit, to make this thing work, and it's not working. It's because God is trying to teach you a lesson. You're not learning your lesson. You keep going through this horrible relationship, horrible situation, because it's like what God has in store for you and where you going does not involve this person. That's why y'all not clicking and y'all not meshing. You got to keep meeting up to talk about, hash everything out all over again. It's like you really got to break free so you can really serve and live in your purpose and live the life that you're supposed to live with the husband or the wife that you're supposed to be with, not this person that God is just trying to break you away from. So that's what I'm going to say on that. I'll probably elaborate next week, but I ain't going to hold y'all too long. In my notebook right here, I wrote down stuff that happened at work. I'm going to tell you the most recent thing. So I told y'all before about the security guard real quick if you didn't watch any of the videos, but a run-in that I had with him the first day that I was there. I had this customer say, hey, are you familiar with any of these perfumes here? But I didn't hear what her question was. I thought maybe she was asking me, is this all the perfumes you have or something like that? And I said, oh, it's my first day. I haven't started yet. She said, no. I'm asking, like, have you smelled any of these before? And I said, oh, I smelled the Tommy Girl one. So I pulled it out of my purse. And I said, yes, right here. I said, if you feel comfortable, I can spray it on you. And she was like, oh, that smells really good. Mind you, the security guard of the store is in the vicinity and like looking and seeing this happen. She's like, oh, girl, look, I'm about to get that. So I was like, okay, girl, like, enjoy. So closing happens. We have what you call a code 50, where the security guard has to check your purse, check to see if you have anything on you to make sure that you, the worker, are not taking things out with you. So I opened my bag up. He said, we sell that here. I said, I know. It's not tampered with. It's been regularly opened. The bottle's halfway empty at this point. Oh, no. I'm just saying we sell that here. It's like, no, you was trying me because I'm new. And it's like, what I will say again is you get $5,000 if you actually catch a person stealing. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So then in most recent time, I was pulled to the back by one of the store managers. Well, I was ringing up a customer or whatever, and she's like standing behind me just watching me. And I'm like, kind of uncomfortable, like, what is it that you want? So I finished with the customer. I kind of look at her and I'm like, hey. She was like, yeah, I need to talk to you when you get a moment. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some more people and then meet me in the back before your lunch. So I'm like, okay. At this point, I'm okay if I get fired from the job because, like I said, I didn't put all my faith, all my energy into this. I came in here to lose weight, and if it don't see fit, I'm not fighting for it. It just is what it is. It wasn't meant to be. I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. But that aside, I can be a person with just serious anxiety, and so as a manager, there's nobody waiting in line. Why come up to me and say, oh, I need to talk to you in the back? With no type of disclaimer, no like insight on what it is at all. Like that can really get to a person where you stressed out, like, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? So boom, it was time for me to go on my lunch. I walk to the back and she's like carrying this rack with her to the back. She's not telling me what's going on. I'm just following her all the way to the back. It felt like the longest walk ever. We finally get to the back and she's like, okay, I just wanted to talk to you. I just wanted to let you know you're not in trouble, but I wanted to share this with you. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, bro, what do you have to say? Because I go above and beyond in this job. I've always been raised to give 110% in every single thing that you do. So I'm not sure what it is I could be doing wrong. So she said, we noticed that every time you go on your 15-minute break, you leave and you don't get a code 50. Now I'm going to tell you this. When I first got hired at this job, I was told that before you leave the store at the end of the night, you have to get your bag checked. I was not told that every time you leave the store for a 15-minute break, for a 30-minute break, whatever, that you had to get your bag checked. I have no problem with your rules. I came to work at your job, so this is what your rules are. Okay. So I said, okay, I have no problem with like checking. She said, yeah, because you can walk outside with something in your pockets. I stopped bringing a purse there because they have roaches, and I didn't want to bring no roaches home with me. So all I do is I make sure I have pants that have pockets in it, so I can have my wallet, not my wallet, forgive me, so I can have my keys and my cell phone, and that's it. So I didn't know that I had to like kind of show like, hey, all I have is my keys and I have my phone. So I said, okay, I have no problem with that. That wasn't explained to me. She said, oh, did I do your training? I said, no, I wasn't really trained. I kind of was thrown into the situation and just picked up on things. She said, yeah, that does sound right. But yeah, so just make sure when you go to the front, you get checked. And I said, I just wish that somebody said something to me instead of like kind of watch me from a distance, letting these times accumulate up. And then you have to pull me back and say, oh, I need to talk to you. I say, you know, if you saw it the first time that I wasn't doing something right, then I would have liked to be told to me, because this could have been resolved sooner. I just never knew. She said, oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So I had a feeling that that security guard is the one that said something, because every single time I ring on a register, this man comes, walks behind me, stands, look at the transaction, see what's going on. And one time I was ringing, he had said to the manager, oh, you know, sometimes the cashiers be stealing. I'm not going to say it's here, but they'll ring up somebody that they know, and then they'll act like they're scanning the items and just throw the items in the bag. And I'm like, why are you saying this while I'm right here? And I noticed, like, no matter what register I move to, he always walk behind me or see what I'm doing or try to intervene or interject or something like that. And I'm just like, bro, you're blowing me. Like, I'm not stealing nothing. I'm not out here. Like, I understand you're doing your job and I respect that, but you doing the most. Like, it's kind of making me feel uncomfortable. So anyway, so he was standing at the front when I went on my 15-minute break. So I said, I'm going on my 15-minute break, and I showed out my pockets. I said, all I have is my phone and I have my keys. He said, oh, okay. It's just like, no, it's not a, oh, okay, because you're the person that told her, because she told me. You're the person that told her that I kept going outside without getting checked. And it's just like, why try to catch me in something or get me in trouble instead of just correcting the behavior when it happened? So my last shift, I believe, was yesterday. This lady, she just walks out of nowhere. She has like an attitude, like a little disposition, which you'll find out it was a reason behind it. But she was like, this Jack A over there, talking about the security guard, this Jack A has a nasty attitude. Who do I talk to about that? And I said, I'm so sorry. I can call a manager for you. So the security guard sees this and he proceeds to walk to the back of the store. So I was like, girl, like what? I was like, what happened? Because I know he's a butt wipe. So she's like, I know that like stores like this typically do layaway, and I thought that the store had layaway. So when I walked in, he said, hey, you know, welcome to, you know, whatever. And I was like, oh, do you all still have layaway? He said, no, we do not have layaway. We never had layaway. So we're not going to have layaway. So no, we don't have layaway. And she's just like, that was very unnecessary and it was rude. And for her, she said it just felt like he was talking to me like I was his child. Like, I'm a grown woman. I'm in my 40s. I'm not his child. Like, you respect me. You don't talk to me like that. You could have easily just said, no, we don't have leeway. But it's like he does the most. And so she was like, yeah, you know, it's no need to even talk to a manager because that white store manager is just the same disposition, just off and just nasty. And I said, I know, girl, I put in my 2 weeks. I said, I love the customers. I love talking to y'all. But, you know, the staff, I'm not too fond of. I don't like the treatment. And I said, and plus it's not, you know, much money here anyway. So she said, yeah, you don't need to be here. You're too nice. You're too cool. Like, yeah, you need to go. And I said, I really do appreciate that. So that was that. I had another customer, this black lady. She had, you know, she had a little flavor to her. She like Yeah, you need to take all these pants hangers off, but keep the shirt hangers on. Yeah, I want to keep the shirt hangers on there, girl, cause yeah, because I need some hangers so I can hang my stuff up. So I said, okay, no problem. It wasn't I was not trained, so it wasn't told to me that the customers can't keep the hangers, but it was in training that part of the process is pulling the hangers off, but I didn't know that they couldn't have it per se. It was never said to me. I made the assumption that maybe not. So before I could really like engage with her or whatever, here comes a security guard. We don't give out hangers, because if we give out hangers, then we cannot put our merchandise out. So the hangers will remain here. They will not be going with you, because we need to keep our hangers. In order for you to keep shopping here, we need our hangers so we can put our stuff out. Yes, thank you. I'm just like, who is he talking to? Like, he's not talking to me, but it's just like, that's so, like, that was so uncalled for. And sometimes I feel like people that are in any type of managerial, not managerial, forgive me, like any type of security position, like whether it's a police officer, a security guard at a store or a place, sometimes I feel like maybe you might have been bullied in school, and like this is your opportunity to be big and bad, to kind of stand up, to kind of be in charge. Because I'm just like, bro, this is really uncalled for. She was like, oh, if y'all was hurting for hangers that bad, then I could have got my neighbors to donate. Oh, I could donate some hangers. Y'all should put a sign on the door and say hangers needed. Because she was like, girl, that's never that serious. Girl, hurry up and bring my stuff up so I get out here and go. I'm about to go off on this man. Bring my stuff up so I can get out of here. I said, girl, I got you. Like, I just rung her stuff up, and like that was it. And so with the store that I work at, you can't bring your carts outside. Some of the carts have like long poles on it, so if you try to go outside, like it'll hit the ceiling, so you can't go. So a lot of the times, people just naturally, when you shop, you typically bring your cart with you to the store. It's just forced to have it. And so I lie to you, that every single time somebody tries to push the cart outside, cart doesn't go outside. Nope, cart stays inside. It's like, who are you talking to, bruh? Like, why not just say, hey, how you doing today? The cart doesn't go outside. I could take it back for you, or something like that. Like, it's just ridiculous. I've had this lady, she purchased a rug, like the really, really, really long area rugs that you can probably take over your whole living room. And her concern was taking it outside and like being able to like fit it in her car. And so she wanted to take the cart because it's really, really heavy to carry. So the security guard's like, nope, cart doesn't go outside. She was like, okay, but I just need help carrying this. He said, well, I can't leave the store, and neither can the employees. None of us can leave the store. You have somebody you can call to come do it. It's just like, I understand the procedures and rules are rules, but it's dark outside. It's like 10 o'clock at night. She's by herself. And then on top of that, like, there's nobody here with her. Like, you could speak to people a certain way. If you can't do something, be like, I'm really sorry, we can't go outside, blah, blah, blah. He said, well, what you can do is you can cut the plastic off, lay the rug out, and then fold it up and fold it over so it's easier to carry, and you could just put it in your car. That was actually a great suggestion. So I told the lady, I was like, don't worry, I'll help you. She was like, okay, girl, okay. So I went and I was looking for scissors. So I asked the store manager, I was like, do y'all have any scissors that I could borrow? They said, oh, what do you need scissors for? I said, well, the lady wants to cut her rug so that she can lay it out and then fold it up so that she could just carry it and put it in her car. He was like, nah, we can't really do that. And I'm like, so what is she supposed to do? She can't fit in her car. Nobody's with her to take it outside. He was like, all right, come on. And then helped her in the vestibule. And I was like, the best they could do. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's just, everything is just like, it's not helpful. Like, I feel like when you're in some sort of customer service type thing, like, you should want to serve the customers. You should want to make them happy. You should engage with them. Like, you should be cool with them. Like, it's just really like unnecessary. And y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, so I had came into the job one day, right? And the store manager, let me tell you something. This slick woman gonna say, oh, Diamond, I got some good news. So right after she had pulled me, I think it was the next day, forgive me, after she had pulled me from the back from telling me that I was basically going out on my 15, I could have been potentially stealing, blah, blah, blah. So the next day she's like, I gotta tell you something. She said, it's good. And I'm like, what's up? She's like, we have a new hire, so I'm going to have you up here in charge. You're going to make sure everybody going to break. You're going to train her, blah, blah, blah. When I tell y'all I didn't answer her back, like, I'm not training nobody new. No disrespect to the new girl, but when I was 16, 17 years old, you can get over on me, okay? I probably would be so excited, like, oh my gosh, they got me training somebody. Oh, like, I get to call everybody on break, blah, blah, blah. I'm a grown woman. That does not do nothing for me. If you're not compensating me for that, girl, bye. I don't get paid to train nobody. Me and her both get $12 an hour. I'm no better than her, and I just got here. I'm not training nobody. So I mean, like, the girl, she had questions, but she wasn't answering. Like, she wasn't talking at all. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is it that you need? So I'll be ringing up my customer, and conveniently the manager put me right next to her so she can go about her business. And so the cashier, she would just be like, like handing me her receipt. And I'm like, okay, so what's the problem? She's like, just pointing at the receipt. And I'm like, but what do you need help with? So then I'm just like, okay, like, I can't, if you're not speaking, like, girl, I don't know what you're saying. So the customers will have to explain what it is that she want or whatever. And so I'll go ahead and, assist the best way I can. And it was just like constantly that. And I'm like, bro, I'm not standing next to, like, train nobody. Like, you doing, like, no disrespect to the girl, like, so sweet. Like, she should have just got thrown in a register. Like, she should have been taught. I got thrown in a register, but at the same time, like, I have worked retail before. It's been like 6, 7 years, but still, like, they should have trained her. You feel me? And I should have got proper training as well. And so I'm telling y'all, so this dude come in, right? He get like a few items or whatever. He's like, real cool personality, talking to her like, hey, what's up, blah, blah. She's not saying anything back. Get to an item, and it's underwear. The underwear is a single underwear. It's not in a pack, and we normally sell them in a pack, but it's just one individual underwear, and it don't have no price on it. So she's just like holding the underwear up, like looking at it, looking at it, looking at it, looking at it, looking at it. He said, "It don't. What is it? Don't have a price on it." And she's not saying anything. She just goes in the system, like, looking to see if she could find a price. Now, in our system, we don't have a price for one pair of underwear. So he would have had to go to the floor and get one that's similar. So she's like, not saying anything, or just like looking it up, looking it up, looking it up. He said, do you need me to go get another one? Do you need me to get another pair of underwear? She's not saying nothing. I'm just like sitting there like, I'm not interfering. I'm not interfering because I don't get paid to do this. Like, no. I get $12 just like she gets $12. I'm not here to train, correct, nothing. So he pulls me in and he's like, ma'am, can you help her? Because she's not talking. I don't know what's going on. She's just sitting there. So then, like, as I'm, like, about to say something, this older guy walks in, and apparently he was with the customer that needed help with the underwear. So he's like, bro, like, what's taking so long? Like, I'm sitting in the car. So I said, oh, well, our system's not going to show just the one pair of underwear. So I said, I think it's like 99 cents or like $1.99 if you don't mind getting one. That's what I was telling her the first time. So he goes and gets a pair of underwear or whatever. He said $2.99. Go ahead and ring it up when he come back around. So she rings it up, and then the total was $74.19. She tells him that. He pulls out a $100 bill, gives it a $100 bill. She's like, kind of like looking at it like, I don't know what to do. So she's like tapping me, and I said, he gave you $100, so you just put in the computer $100. The drawer opens. At this point, I'm gone minding my business. So apparently she didn't have enough change in her drawer to give him back for the $100 that he gave. I believe the change was like $20-something. And so he's like telling her the change you're supposed to give me back. He said, you don't have any change? You don't have any change? What's going on? Like, and she's not saying anything. So the older dude that walked in said, what are you, hypnotized? She hypnotized? He said, I can't do this, man. I can't do this. But she not even saying nothing. So he goes in the car. When I tell y'all, I was dying laughing on the inside, like kind of outside to walk off. It was so funny. So he's like, bro, like, he said, just pay with my card. Just pay with my card. So she's just holding the card. He said, pay with my card. And she's just like kind of looking at the card. So he says, man, are you the manager? I said, no, I'm not the manager. He said, well, where's the manager at? She not understanding what I'm saying. So I told him, I said, well, you can't pay with the card unless the whole, like, transaction gets voided out the system. We do a post void, and then she has to re-ring the things, and then you could pay with your card. But since the receipt is already out, and I said, what is the issue? You just need change. He said, yeah, but she not saying nothing. Like, bro, like, man, come on, man. Like, you wasting my time, man. So then the older man come back in, like, she still what? So I said, okay, well, let me get a manager because you'll need to get the change. She already gave him the money back. So he's like, so the manager comes over. I explain her the situation. I say, you know, his total is $74.19. He has $100 bill, and she didn't have any change in her drawer, so she gave him the 100 back. So at this point, he just needs to give her the 100, and then she give him the change that's on the receipt. So the manager's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Start from the beginning. I'm just getting here. So the guy explain. He's like, what do you not understand? Like, she just told you what it was. She said, I'm just getting here. I don't know anything of what's going on. So I need you to start from the very beginning. So he's like, oh my gosh, bro. So blah, blah, blah. So he says what happened. And she's like, okay, slow down. I need you to start over. You have to understand, I'm just coming over here. I don't know what's going on. So she said, hold on, to the man. Did you give him $100? Or did he give you $100? She said, yes. And then he said, the $100 is right here. She gave it back to me. She said, did he give you the $100 back? And then she said, he gave me $100. She said, but did he give it? He said, bruh, I got hundreds. I got 100. He pull out his money. He's showing 100. I got hundreds. I got hundreds. And money ain't about nothing. She gave me the $100 back. I'm trying to give her the money so I can pay for my stuff. And then so the manager's like, well, I'll probably have to go back and look at the tape. She's like, bro, what do you need to look at the tape for? I'm telling you, she gave me the money back. And then she was like, well, she's new. He said, oh, okay. It's okay, shorty. It's okay. You good. It's your first day. You gonna get better at it. He said, oh, that makes sense. I'm like, wonder why she not saying nothing. And so finally, they work it out, they get the change or whatever, and like that's it. But I'm telling you, like, this girl, she don't really say much of nothing. So the security guard decides all the time to eavesdrop on her conversation, and it's the funniest thing because she don't communicate, like she don't say nothing back. So I had walked off, I was putting something up, the security guard come over to me talking about her, like, she doesn't know how to communicate, she doesn't say anything, right? And I was like, I don't know. I said, I don't know. I'm not co-signing what you talking about somebody else. Sir, you are the same person that went in the back and told the manager that pretty much like I could be still and I just walk out on my break and I don't say anything. Like, child, please. But anyway, I have many more stories. It's getting late and I'm about to just wind down and relax and drink my lemon water. But I appreciate y'all staying tuned. I know it's a little bit long today, but yeah, I'm excited to update you more on my life and what's coming up. I have some services that I'm going to start offering, and I hope you buy into them. So have peace. Have a good night.